Good morning, Allan.
Morning.
How to get rid of the addiction just by changing a few habits. And it was very powerful when I was able to do that. But yet, so some of the ladies who still have so much difficulties, and maybe perhaps, I know you understand body transformation in terms of the physical size of our body, right? Like how body function, not just the habits, but what our body really need, how sugar function in our body. Maybe perhaps you can go in deeper into that side, what happened when we keep feeding our body with sugar. So the lady understand why they should help find ways not to keep feeding themselves with sugar and change to something healthier.
Usually if somebody gets hooked on sugar, then chances are is that it's both physical and psychological, in my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion for whatever it's worth. And this is based on a lot of the females I've had to work with, and males too. I mean, we all have similar challenges. Since training people in 2009 is when I actually started training people in the physical side of
I would
life.
like you to describe the physical side, like the physiology side of sugar in our body.
The big one for most people is that when we consume anything that's sugar based, if it's a simple sugar, usually simple meaning white, like a white sugar, that's different from a brown sugar. Okay, and I'll explain in a second what the difference is. A white sugar, the moment you consume it and it goes in your stomach, you probably have, give or take, about an hour. Some people say 30 minutes, where it literally transforms into fat in the body. Like from digestion to fat creation, it's super fast. And that's one of the big dangers about having sugar, white sugar, is that the moment you have it, there's not a lot of time left in order for you to burn it off. I mean, that's kind of the goal, is that we want to be able to eat within a certain caloric intake and have a workout that helps us burn a certain amount of calories. Well, sugar gives us no time to burn that off. Like, you know what? In all fairness, if you were someone who had an extremely physical job, like one of my friends used to climb mountains for research, and he had to climb up like literally 10, 15, 20 kilometers a day for these research projects that he had to do. He would carry chocolate bars with him, and he would eat that in order to sustain a certain energy level. Well, guess what? That's perfect, because his body was in a constant burn stage because he was climbing up a mountain 10 kilometers plus a day with a 40-pound backpack. Like, that is taxing on the body. So you know what? A white sugary chocolate bar will actually help him. I mean, not all the time, of course. You do get your burnouts and your crashes, but there's times where you need that quick fix. Now, for the rest of us, where we're just sedentary, we're sitting in front of a computer, especially thanks to COVID, and a lot of people are home. You can pretty much guarantee yourself that if you have a chocolate bar in the morning, you're probably going to see it show up on different parts of you by the night. You're going to be like, oh crap, I didn't see that this morning. That wasn't there. Why does my butt look bigger? Or what the, like really
That's
weird
me too.
happens. And it's life, right? Like, that's what we go through. And that's why we try to avoid the white sugar stuff and replace it, because a lot of people, when you think about sugar, all it really boils down to is a feeling. It's a feeling. The feeling that we get with sugar is just like this really nice, apparently sugar has been compared to cocaine, where you get this nice rush of nice feelings in your brain that happens when you have cocaine. I've never had cocaine, just for the record. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that when you have it, there's an instant rush for about a good 20, 30 minutes where you are just lit. You're on fire. You just feel amazing. And then you go through the crash. That's why they have more. Sugar works in a similar way, where you have it, about 20 minutes, you're like, oh my God, I feel so good. And then after about a half an hour, you're like, ugh. So that's why they keep having it. So really, it's a feeling. If it's a feeling that we get from sugar, then a good question might be, well, what can we do that can give us a similar feeling, or even better, replace that feeling for something better? And that's a question that a lot of people, including myself in the beginning, didn't ask. But when we take the time to figure that out, we can actually find that replacing that sugar feeling is very possible. And there are a lot of other options that are a lot more healthy, that don't damage our organs on the inside by having too much sugar every single day.
Okay, thank you so much, Allan. I guess the sugar addiction is just a feeling, and replacing sugary snacks with something healthy would do the work.
You know what? In a lot of cases, it can. Like, for example, real quick, for me, I used to love, oh boy, what I used to love. I used to love eating boxes, like not one box, like 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, like 4, more like 4, 3 or 4 boxes of cookies, like that, like those white cookies with the cream in the middle, and it's got that red jelly jam type of thing in the middle, and it's got even like white, clear sugar crystals on top. I used to love eating that. I used to buy them by the box, and I'd just sit there and just pounce on them like crazy. And you know what I found? Replacing those cookies with lower calorie cookies and just adding either peanut butter and honey on it, or just putting a little bit of honey on it, or putting a low calorie jelly or jam on it. You can find those. It's just as good. I mean, it wasn't exactly the same, but did it fill my appetite? Yeah. Did it help me lower the amount of sugar in my day? Yeah, absolutely. That was one. Number 2, the big thing that I found that really worked for me to get off of sugar, or at least minimize it. I still have sugar, but not nearly as much as I used to. Having a goal that requires you, that you choose to have, that requires you to get off of sugar. So 2010, I was fat. No, sorry, 2008, I was fat. 2009, I started to get in better shape. 2010, I was in shape and not in shape because I was very party going back and forth. 2011, I get an offer to take part in a supplement company because I was starting to transform and wanted to use transformations as part of their branding. So I did it. 2012, late 2012, I get an invite to possibly go on stage and compete. And the competing wasn't exciting to me. The $100,000 award,
the result.
If you win, that was very exciting for me. So you know what happened during that time is every time I reached for that sweet, that cookie, that alcohol back then, which again, folks, I'm not judging. I'm just, the whole topic is about transformation. So that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah. Every time little things that help us, right? We share with you, right?
So during that time, like I remember I went to my friend's birthday party. And he was drunk and my friends were drunk and they were eating chips and they're having a great time. And I showed up sober. I'm like the fly on the wall going like this because I didn't know how the hell to have fun with them because they were drunk and just flailing their arms. And I'm like, sober. It was tough. But you know what? Did I drink? No. Did I have anything there to eat that was going to make me lose my gains? No. Why? Because every time I was going to reach for it, my brain instantly said, "You're giving up $100,000." Oh no. You know, every time I was going to cheat, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and I was cut off by 7. Like, boy, nobody's looking. Have that extra little pair of Twizzlers, $100,000. No, I'm going to lose $100,000. Holy crap, that freaked me out. So, you know, Tony Robbins calls that leverage. If you really want to get a handle on your transformation, you've got to give yourself something that provides heavy leverage. And it's different for everyone, right? Like I'm talking about $100,000 here because it was a big deal for me at the time. But if I had someone else here, maybe it wouldn't matter to them. Right. Maybe it would matter for them to look their best on stage. Maybe they're very competitive. And maybe they don't care
like me.
Yeah.
Every time I try to pick up chocolate, I would say, oh my God, I'm not going to get first place. I'm not going to get second place. The judge
Right.
will, I will be embarrassed on stage.
Right.
So that kind of
That's psychology.
thoughts like prevent me, the pain if I got last or if I don't do well on my stage. So that really helped. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And it could be for anybody. Like you and I are talking about stage. For somebody else, it might be like one of our clients, she's about to turn 50. Got time, she's got 9 months, but she's thinking about it every day.
Or looking pretty in a dress.
Pressing.
Looking pretty in my dress, right? I won't look good in my dress.
For a certain event, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like every person has to take a little time to ask themselves, okay, what really matters to me? And you know what? The answers don't always show up right away. But it's that old saying, if it's something that you really want, if it's something worth doing, then it's something worth investing your time in. So conclusion for the day, if sugar is an issue for someone, first thing they should do, that's the easiest thing in my opinion, because it's not complicated, right? It's not like a big math equation. It's simple. It just takes time, is to ask themselves, what do I really want to have in life that I have to give up? Because of the fact I'm consuming too much sugar.
Yes. Thank you so much. We went off a little bit, sharing our intimate experience. But that was honest. That was honest truth,
right? So it was good that we talked about it. Absolutely.
That was honest truth. But thank you so much, Allan.
Thank you.